Hello, everyone, and welcome to episode 409 of the MTG Goldfish podcast. I'm Seth, probably better known as Saffron Olive, and we have the full crew here this week, kicking things off with the owner of MTG Goldfish, Richard. How are you this fine Monday, Richard?
Hey, Seth. It is a Monday, and I am doing well.
Oh, we got another co-host, and Krim. Good morning, Krim. How's it going?
Morning. It is Monday as well, again. So I am awake.
You are awake. That is true. I can vouch for that. I can see you on the camera. Your eyes are open.
Yeah. Yeah.
So today, we're going to be bouncing around a little bit. We got a few more Jumpstart 2022 spoilers that we wanted to talk about. We've had some 30th anniversary controversy. I guess no surprise. Some interesting developments with that. And then there's been some stuff about buying Magic on Amazon I wanted to talk about, and then answering your fish mail. So that's the plan for today. Also, apparently, getting my sleeve bit by a bear. I don't know if you can see that, but yeah, there we go. There we go. Before we get into that, a reminder that today's show is brought to you by Card Conduit. And Card Conduit, they're the easiest way to sell your Magic cards. If you're tired of all the hassles that go into buy listing your cards, well, Card Conduit lets you skip all the typing, all the time, all the work. With their curated service, you can send in as many cards as you want of a buy list value $1 or more and still just pay a 5% service fee. And if you want to put a bit of effort into it, you can use their sorted service, where you list and sort your cards in advance and pay just a 2% fee. No matter which option you choose, you get a detailed report with the results and fast payment once your order is processed. And right now, you can even get another 10% off if you head over to cardconduit.com/mtggoldfish. Card Conduit, they're the easiest way to sell your Magic cards. So thanks to Card Conduit for supporting the show. And let's talk some Magic, and let's start with new Magic cards. We still have some Jumpstart 2022 spoilers. The entire set is out. 51 new cards, I want to say, with a big chunk of them being lower rarity cards, but some interesting stuff. So before we talk spoilers, what do you think of Jumpstart 2022? I feel like the hype level for this Jumpstart has been less than the first Jumpstart, which I remember being pretty exciting. I don't know if that's because they're doing the like Jumpstart in every set thing and it's just normal now, or too many products. But what do you think about this set? Like, is this one worth buying?
I mean, I don't know about y'all, but where my weebs at? Dude, this set is sick. I mean, like, let's be honest here. Balon, the Wandering Knight. Yeah, I'm down to swing at people at like with a cat girl. You have anime card. The anime cards, as you know, are like premier. Like I am exact. This is exactly what I want. Tree of Perdition looks awesome. I'm such an alternative like art kind of guy. Anime art specifically. I mean, I was hoping there were some other anime arts at higher rarities and different cards. But like I'll settle for Karn Liberated. I don't even I don't have an equipment deck, but I will now in Commander. And like yeah, like there's definitely like if you like anime style art, they got some really cool artists to work on this. So some of them come from other games like Wise. I mean, I don't play it, but like I know the artwork, and then like just a bunch of sweet anime artists. So I'm all here for that, and I've got like zero. I mean, I'm not like super hyped on the new cards. A few of the new cards are like kind of cool, like the human, the 2-drop human. But other than that, it's all anime art for me, and like some of them are just like absurdly pricey. I like for like a common or uncommon, I think like Stitcher Supplier was like $15.
It'll be interesting to see if that holds. I think it's like super early now, so we have, I don't know, take the prices with a grain of salt at this point. I wouldn't be surprised if the anime art had some premium, but I don't think it's going to be like 10 times as much as the normal version or whatever over the long term. But what do you think about this set, Richard?
Well, Brothers War just released. Anyone remember that? So I feel product fatigue is part of the problem here, and the fact that the set has 835 cards is also another problem. And I'm kind of neutral on the anime art, actually. So this reminds me, like, in high school, like, you tell your parents, I like anime, and then they go to, like, the flea market, and then there's, like, some generic, like, anime shirt or something there. They buy it to you. You're like, Mom, not that one. I want Evangelion, you know? Like, just random comments and stuff have anime art. It doesn't mean anything to me, right? I think, like, Kasmina, I think is interesting. You know, like, an actual Magic character drawn in anime style, like Karn. You know, I can get behind those, right? And some of the art is actually really good, like Balin, but like, it's just like magnifying glass, like random anime girl, like
Okay, magnifying
anime's
glass
cool
is-
and all, but like, it's just generic anime art. I can find that all over the internet, right? That's not anything special. So I like magic characters reimagined anime style and not like, generic anime
But
art.
Richard,
So
Richard. Okay, I agree. Magnifying glass looks like dollar bin, like anime, like rando merch. That's like definitely bootleg, right? But like Lord of the Accursed, that doesn't look like a zombie to me. But it's dude, it's kawaii as hell, dude. I'm all here for it. It like, okay, I have no idea how that's a zombie, but I want it. And dude, Meryl Regery Fish Daddy, like, are you kidding me?
wait,
Like,
Meryl Regery was anime? Hold on.
yeah.
Miss this one?
There's an dude. It's like Fish Daddy, and then you've got like Lord of the Accursed. That got animated, and like Tragic Slip. Literally, like as you had mentioned, if she was falling with a toast in her mouth, it'd be perfect.
Tragic Slip is
Like,
good.
Dude, like these cards are cool as hell. And Cold Steel Heart, like I don't. The good news is most of these cards aren't like expensive as hell. And if they aren't 10 times their price, like still for a Cold Steel Heart, $6 is expensive. Like that is a lot for a Cold Steel Heart.
I've been tracking like the Transformers card prices. I am to believe these anime arts will go to zero. Like I'm pretty sure if we just wait a bit, aside from like some of the premium, like Karn is not going to go to zero, right? But if it's like generic card, I think it'll be pretty free.
I hope so.
If we just wait a bit, I think they'll come down.
I mean, because when it comes down to it, you still need playability. Like a really cool magnifying glass is still a magnifying glass, and not that many people want a magnifying glass.
We need to redo our tier list ranking. Well, anime magnifying glass. Where does that fall, guys?
Ooh, actually, that would actually be a good Crim video. Crim tier ranks the anime art from Jumpstart 2022. That like combines both your worlds, Crim.
You know what? Maybe I should do that. I mean, like Tree of Perdition is like really good. Like, have you seen that artwork?
Which one is Tree?
It's pretty cool. I didn't honestly realize it was anime art when I first saw it until I noticed like the girl kind of in the shadow under the tree. But it does look really good.
Like the blossoms in the background. Like I am so here for this. And I hope they're cheap because honestly, if they're cheap, then hell yeah, I can get multiple copies. Like Spectral Sailor as a random.
I still want to see you play Control with Spectral Sailor finisher.
Yo, I'm telling you right now, I found a reason to play
it. So anyway, I mean, I think the set looks pretty good. I think the reprints look really good. The anime art isn't really my thing, but I'm excited that Crim's excited about it and other people are excited about it. So even though it's not really my thing, it's super cool and I'm glad they're doing it. I don't know. I think the set maybe is like not getting the hype it deserves. I feel like it's got a lot of really interesting new commanders. I think it's got valuable reprints. It seems like a home run, but I don't know. People just aren't talking about it like the first time. Like the first time it was really exciting. Maybe part of it too is it not coming to Arena. So there's really no changes in legality for these cards. Like that's the other thing that kind of draws people in is like, oh, can I put this in my historic deck or historic brawl deck? That's something we saw with the first one. This one, since it's not coming to Arena, it's kind of like, okay, like cool new commanders, but we get those every set. Cool art, but we get secret layers every month. So it kind of feels like more of the same, but I think it's a pretty solid set. But
I mean the timing is terrible, right?
Oh, the timing.
3 days of previews into Thanksgiving.
Yeah.
Where do you expect, like, hey mom, have you checked out the latest Jumpstart 2022? Let's post on social media about how hyped we are. People were busy, right? So it's just poor timing as well. But when you have so many Magic products, you gotta cram them in somewhere.
I also wonder if they're trying to like cram as much in before the end of the year as possible for like financial purposes when they have to like do the numbers for their investors. Like anything that you put out in this month is going to go on this year's stats when stuff in January goes on next year's stats. So I wonder about that too, with just how overloaded it's been recently. But anyway, individual cards. We don't have a ton we wanted to talk about, but there are a few. Richard, why don't you guide us through some spoilers?
All right. You can find all the cards, all 835 cards on mtgpreviews.com. There's a button that says hide reprints, and you can hide all the reprints and showing you only the 51 cards that are new. But here we go. Auntie Blight, Bad Influence. 2 in a red, 2/2, legendary creature Devil Advisor at Mythic. Flying, whenever a source you control deals damage to you, put that many +1/+1 counters on Anti-Blight. 1 in a red, tap, remove X +1/+1 counters from Anti-Blight. It deals X damage to any target.
Oh, I love this card.
Yeah.
I think this is one of the coolest new commanders from the set. This is what I'm definitely planning on building a deck around. And I think it might actually be kind of good. There's ways where you can just like, you play this on, or play whatever, a Lightning Greaves on 2, play this on 3, turn 4, Wheel of Misfortune, take like 20 damage, one-shot someone, Volcano Helion, take 20 damage, make it a one-shot commander threat. There's like multiple ways that this just straight up kills someone in the air on turn 4. And it lets you play a lot of just like janky cards you wouldn't play in other decks. It seems cool for like a Stuffy Doll, self-damage style commander. So I think it's just a super cool design. And I think it might actually be like oddly kind of powerful in commander.
It is aggressively costed.
Yeah.
I think that it's definitely got some powerhouse. And like, I love a commander that will make random cards like worth something. Like that's usually like a pretty good sign of like a fun commander, right? Like Geras Stern Karn, I don't remember his name from Warhammer, but I have him as a commander, and he just made random things worthwhile, right? Like end the festivities, you know, all the one damage pingers. So Anti-Blight is going to be a lot like that. And anytime I see something that I love it, and when it's backed by really funny art, I think this art is like super sweet.
But my immersion. Where's the foil to this? There needs to be the good influence angel.
That's the whiff. How did they miss having the angel on the other shoulder? And have him partner maybe? Like that would have been so perfect flavor wise.
If there was both an angel and an Anti-Blight in anime art, gone, purchased instantly.
Is this legacy playable?
I mean, the
combos
combos
aggressively costed. Like you just crack some fetches and it grows, right? Like
yeah,
you shock land yourself. Does that count? Does paying life count as damage?
Paying life does not count as damage.
Oh no, so you can't fetch. This is not weird Death Shadow.
No, not quite as easy. There are some lands that do it, like City of Brass is actually damage, Barbarian Ring is actually damage, but then other ones are like pay life. So you got to actually read your cards carefully because damage and loss of life a little bit different with this card, but I don't know. It might be good. I mean, a 3-mana 2/2 flyer is not a bad base to start from. And then if you can have a way to grow up pretty quickly, it could work. Like what's Flame Rift? What's the one that's 4 damage to each player? Like play double Flame Rift, like get them.
Oh, yeah,
game over.
What about
play Char? Oh, I want to build like Boomer Magic deck here.
Yeah.
Like it would be actually. Is Legacy the only one? Is the kindest 1v1 format this is available in?
Yes, unfortunately, not Modern Legal or Pioneer Legal. That's always
we might be able to make it work in Modern or something, but Legacy might be too much for this.
I really kind of wish they just dumped these cards into Modern too. Like if you're gonna do Modern Horizons, like what's it hurt at this point? All these cards are so much power down compared to Modern Horizons stuff. Just put them in a Modern and let people figure it out. Like I would build a Rat deck with Ashcod or like a weird Burn deck with Anti-Blight if I could, but it's such a tougher selling Legacy.
Yeah. Like it is.
Agris costs Eternal Warrior 3 and a white, 3/4 legendary creature Spirit Soldier at rare. Vigilance. When it becomes a target of an ability that targets only it, you may pay 1 hybrid Boros, so 2 mana. If you do, copy that ability for each other creature you control that ability could target. Each copy targets a different one of those creatures. So like Zada?
Kind of Zada for abilities, basically. Like it doesn't work with spells. It only works with abilities. This is another one, though, that it just like, as you were talking about, Craig, it makes you care about things that most decks won't care about. So it kind of incentivizes you to play these cards that have these like weird abilities that can target it. I think the main thing I've seen people talking about, which sounds sweet, is like Jaxus. You can Jaxus copy this and get a copy of everything with Blitz, and then they die and you get to draw the cards, and it's going to be like absurd. So anything that can like copy creatures is going to be ridiculous on a big board. You can use blink effects to like blink this and blink out the rest of your team. Like Ephemerate turns into a a full save your team from whatever effect. So there's a lot of really neat shenanigans with this card. This is another one I'm kind of excited to build around in Commander. You play a lot of white decks, Richard. Does this intrigue you in Commander at all, or not really?
No, it's too much value.
Too much value.
It's too much
It's
value.
gross. It's not a white card. And it's,
Don't like
what
it.
it's gonna do with soldiers or spirits? Nothing. It's just a value card, right? So I think if you play like Blink style decks, I think this could be really strong. Like every Blink card becomes Blink your team.
So good.
Yeah.
But yeah, this seems too powerful for me. I don't like this. It's
Too
well statted.
easy of a win.
Yeah, it's a bit. Its abilities and stats aren't bad for a commander. It's only 4 mana to get down. Just gotta be careful what effects you use, because it doesn't trigger on spells. So keep that in mind as you're building around it. Oh, go ahead, Grim.
Well, like there's one card that I wanted to just mention really quick.
Circle of Loyalty got reprinted.
Yeah. Like
No
anime
anime
art,
art,
Circle
though.
World. Yeah, no anime art. But do you think it's gonna take off now in Legacy?
I think the problem is that
reprinting it needed.
players just didn't know about it because it hadn't been reprinted in a while. Now that they know, I think we're going to see a renaissance for Circle of Loyalty. It's going to be everywhere.
We're finally there.
we made
finally,
it. Yeah.
We're ready. But no, that's not the card. I mean, it's gonna take off. But also, that's not the card I was thinking of. Alondra Sky Dreamer. Like, is this just like opposite of like Talrand? And
It looks a lot like Talrand with the
It looks
Drake in the
like
background.
Talrand.
Like the art looks
Yeah.
like it.
yeah, like opposite though, right? Like, what is this like Talrand's like waifu or something like that? I like this. This is pretty cool. I wish that I was mentioning this just because that second ability is hilarious to me. When you draw your 5th card each turn, that's like such an arbitrary number to like try to hit every turn to then pump your, you know what I mean? Like your Drakes and stuff.
I mean,
I'm pretty sure that's the finisher.
Yeah.
So whenever you draw your 2nd card each turn, you create a 2/2 Drake with flying. When you draw your 5th
Right.
card, everything, well, Alondra and the Drakes you control get +X for X number of cards. So you keep drawing 2 cards a turn. What's the commander that already does that? Like the green one.
From M20 or something, right? Or M21, the
Yeah.
most recent course. I know which one. I know which one you're talking about.
But
like,
this one has a win con in it, right? So you and then you like fire off a big X spell to draw 5 cards, and then
Yep.
you basically overrun everyone. You have flying already.
what if?
So this is one of those things that's also scary, right? You're like, okay, they're casting
it?
spells. We're all gonna die, right? And you got to get rid of it because the finisher is sitting on board there. So it's a little telegraphed, but it's like Talrand, but with a finisher.
I mean, like, is there a way to make Drake tribal? Like out of this deck, is that'd be like Drake spell slingers.
I mean,
It's called the Talrand deck.
I mean,
You
like, yeah,
could.
maybe it is, but like a 5th card is such a funny number to see, like, just see and read out loud.
Yeah.
Like,
You
all
gotta-
you need is a
gotta make
single
it work
Ristic
for it.
Study, also reprinted in the set, Alondra, and then like 1 X spell, and you're set.
I mean, I
Oh
think
my
that's
God.
the idea of the play pattern, right? Is just like make a few Drakes and then cast a Blue Sun Zenith or something and kill the table or kill someone. The thing I dislike about this card is it's actually like super similar to Min Wily Illusionist, which was a Adventures in Forgotten Realms commander. It's like a 3-mana 1/3 that when you draw your 2nd card, you make a 1/1 illusion, but the illusion gets +1/+0 for each illusion you control. And then when an illusion dies, you can put permanents into play from your hand with mana value less than its power. So this is like super, super similar to what that card is. So it doesn't feel very like innovative to me, but I think it's like pretty powerful. Like all you got to do is draw cards. Like that's really literally play this and draw cards and you win the game. It doesn't ask any more than that. So I think it's a strong commander.
I don't know. I feel like this is kind of whack, but it's just funny because like that 2nd clause seems kind of hard.
What?
I mean, if you build
I
around
think
it,
you like-
actually just draw 5 cards off a single
Blue
Rhystic
Sun
Study.
Zenith,
Yeah,
Rhystic,
but you
Rhystic
fire off an
Study.
X draw spell.
Rhystic Study has to happen on your turn when you're about to attack. Like,
I guess that's true.
Who's gonna cast? Oh wait, but before attacks. Hold on, response. I'm gonna draw 5 cards. You're gonna draw 5 cards.
Let me store them off in response. Hold on.
Yeah.
I mean, your Blue Sun Zenith though just becomes Craterhoof essentially. Like if you have this out in a few drakes, like you cast it for 8 mana and I overrun and just like kill everyone.
And
So
the difference is if someone fogs, you still have 10 cards in hand. You're good.
yeah,
I mean,
that's
like
true.
this does feel kind of bad, like Ash Coat, though, right? In a way where it's like, yo, I'm gonna kill this. I'm gonna let you like do your thing for a little bit, but like it's so fragile if you remove it. Like this and Ash Coat are like the same card almost.
It is true that this is a commander you need to kill or it's going to kill you pretty quickly. Although you're in Blizz, you can play all the free counters and do all that stuff. So you have ways to protect it if you want to. But yeah, it is, I think, a kill on sight style commander.
If there was ever time for Narset.
Yeah.
Yeah, Notion
Here's the
Thief
counter.
him. Oh dear. Yeah, no wonder Crim's not worried about this.
Yeah.
I gotta ask
Holy
you guys,
Hulk creature.
there's 2 cards in this set that I'm very curious about their commander playability, which are 2 new mana rocks. And I want your opinion, because I've been going back and forth about how good these cards is. So the first one is Planar Atlas. 2 mana, taps added colorless. ETBs tapped. When it ETBs, you can look at the top 4 cards of your library and reveal a land card and put it on top of your library. Is this card worth playing? It's a 2 mana rock. Downside comes into play tapped. Upside, I guess, is digging for a land, although I'm not sure. I guess it's good for, like, Crim. If you're, like, constantly struggling to get your 3rd land or something, there's a little value there. Is this in the conversation as a playable mana rock, just in a generic sense in Commander?
I think that, like, I kind of like this, because in 2 color decks, or maybe, or like a monocolor deck, there's, like, an X amount of rocks before you just start hitting, like, Mind Stones and stuff like that.
Mm-hmm.
So this kind of does what you want. I mean, yeah, it's tapped, whatever. Like, I'm not saying CDH play this, but like it enters tapped. It's fine. Oftentimes, like I'm not like chaining off into like 30 other things on turn 2, right? Like if I see this on 2, and being able to like potentially look at the top 4 cards and then nabbing a land out of that, I don't hate that. I think that's like pretty decent. I think this is like pretty solid.
And it's nice that it's optional. So you don't, if you have plenty of lands, you can just play it like a tap 2 mana rock. If you need a land, then you can use this to dig for a land for the next turn. So you're never going to have to like draw a land if you don't want to, essentially. What do you think, Richard?
Yeah.
Stone unplayable. I mean,
Ooh.
so if you need specific lands, so like if you are a crop rotation deck or something, like you're searching for something in particular, then this is okay. But it's a 2 mana rock, which kind of sucks. But if you wanted one, you have Mind Stone, Fellower Stone, Arcane Signet, your actual like signets, like colored fixing,
Yep.
right? And you also have diamonds if you really needed. So,
This is better than a diamond, right?
like, why do you need, like, all you're doing is just rearranging a land to the top. Like, why? Like, unless you actually need that. Like, you're not getting card advantage or anything from it,
Hold
right?
on.
It's going to the top of your deck, so you're getting the land
It's not
for
going
your
to my
next
hand.
draw.
If you drew a land, that'd be insane.
That
right?
would be a
is-
staple
no.
if you drew the land. Oh, yeah.
This is
Oh,
just rearranged.
hold on.
So unless you really need to get a specific land, like a Field of Dead or
Yeah, your
maybe
Cabal
a
Coffers.
Wordle Tree or something, like because
Yeah.
your mana is terrible because you're running this colorless mana rock. Like,
Oh.
okay, there's a point
No,
to that, right?
this is straight up doo-doo water. This is not important. Okay, this is never mind. It's not good.
But why does Seth think it's playable? Aren't there so many better mana rocks, including every signet before this?
I mostly came down where you did, actually, where if I'm playing a deck that wants specific lands, where I'm trying to get like Cabal Coffers Urborg or Dark Depths Vesuva or whatever Thesmian Stage,
Tron.
like Tron, if I'm trying to do something like that, I'm a lands matter style deck, then I think this is close enough that I would play it. Like, entering tapped is a bit of a downside. If you think about Commander, like, sometimes you have the, like, turn 3, you play a Signet, play a second mana rock. This isn't going to do that because it comes into play tapped. So I think I really got to care about specific lands to want this card in my deck. So I think it's kind of narrow. In those right decks, I think it's playable or close enough that I would play it, but I don't think it's a staple. On the other hand, I think we do have a staple here.
Wait, hold on. Even if you wanted a specific land, isn't this card not that great? You're only looking at the top 4 cards.
I mean,
You're
it's
better than
something.
nothing.
It's something. It's better than top 0 cards, which
No,
my
dude,
Signet
hold on.
does.
This is straight up doo-doo water. No, this is like unplayable.
Okay, this next one though. This next one, I'm gonna jam this in a lot of decks, and that's Infernal Idol. 3 mana, taps to add a black, or pay 3, tap it, sack it, draw 2, lose 2. It's a Hedron Archive that costs 1 less mana, except it's only for black decks. How good is this? I know 3 mana value rocks are kind of on the outs now. Is this enough upside? I know it is for me. I love my Celestis. I love my Hedron Archives. I will jam this card in a lot of decks. Will you jam this card in a lot of decks, Richard or Krim?
I mean, I play a lot of black and a lot of mono black.
Will you play this?
Are you like really excited for this?
Yeah.
It's a Hedron Archive.
on,
it's a Hedron Archive. 3 mana value with upside. I love mana rocks to draw cards.
No, Hedron Archive adds 2 mana. I see 1 mana
true.
being added.
But this
and
costs
the
1
option,
less. This costs 1 less. It's only 3 mana.
1 less, and it also it only adds 1, and it costs 1 black to sack. Wait, Celestis, like you just mentioned, is better, right? Like Skyclave Relic, better, right? Darksteel Ingot, better.
Oh, Darksteel Ingot.
Seth wants to draw cards, but this is 6 mana to draw a card, and you got to sack a land essentially. Like,
I mean, so is
and
Hedron
you
Archive.
lose
none of this
This
is playable.
is so
like, How
bad.
many times have you actually sacked a Hedron Archive? It's usually tapped when the wrath goes off, and you're like, "Well, I'm sad."
I've sacked
You gotta
many
have 3
Hedron
mana and
Archives.
this, so you have to hold effective 4 mana up, ready to crack this, and you lose 2 life for some reason. Like,
Yeah.
you gain 2 life.
Okay, it's Death Shadow if you're playing like Shadow of Mortality, Death Shadow, like yeah, okay, that's where it's a staple. But otherwise, really? This card is like
If they had this to Moto, I will play it in every black deck until yes.
No.
Yeah, no, I mean not
What?
5 color, not 5 color or whatever, but like every
Sure.
mono black deck, this is going in.
You wouldn't play Vorn Power Stone or Coalition Relic?
No, I want to draw cards.
Commander Sphere.
Celestis in this.
I-
Hedron Archive. All my mana rocks can draw cards now. Like, to me, that's perfect. You get the mana when you need it. You get the cards when you need them. I actually think this card's really good. I'm not even like, I know we meme on Hedron Archive a little bit, but I actually think this is like very playable in mono black. I'm planning on playing it at least.
dude, no way.
This is
If you're watching this somewhere where there's comments, every time we do this, the YouTube's back me up with my Hedron Archive love. YouTube, if you're watching this, let us know what you think about Infernal Idol. How good is this?
Hedron
How good
Archive
this
is better
card?
than this.
I think Hedron Archive is better than this.
Yeah,
like,
it's,
you can-
it's crackable.
yeah,
You can play it.
And it gives you like a big mana increase. Like if you draw this late game, it's just 1 mana, and you gotta. You need double. It's like hard to crack too. You need double black to crack this thing.
Yeah, like if it were 1 black mana, like that'd be. If this were like or 1 black, but you didn't have to tap it, sure.
Oh, if it was 1 black, you didn't have
If
to tap
you could
it.
tap
would be
it,
significantly
yeah,
better.
that would be really good. But that's not a horrible cost. Like Sign-in Blood's what, 2 mana for that. So you're paying a 1 mana premium over Sign-in Blood. I mean, you got to cast the mana rock too, but in the late game, it's a 1 mana premium.
Yeah,
I don't know,
but you also paid 4 less to draw 2, and you can also burn someone out.
All right, is it the real question though? This or anime magnifying glass? Which one would you run,
Anime
Richard?
magnifying glass, at
I
least
think-
the anime.
wait. Let me read. I think magnifying glass probably has some real upside.
Oh no, no! Isn't it like 4 to scry 1 or something?
First of all, haven't you done this before? Haven't you
Yes,
actually cast
yes.
magnifying glass, made
We
the
used to
token, and cracked it?
Pay 6 to draw a card repeatedly. That used to
I
be
think
my
magnifying glass has more upside
I genuinely believe
because you don't go
magnifying glass
down
is
the
better.
rock, right? Like you
Yeah.
can draw cards, and you don't go down the mana rock.
and it's just strictly not offensive enough to where anyone would want to kill it. So like,
And there's
Unless-
an anime girl on. I think they're close.
yeah, there's like bootleg anime girl on it. Like it's pretty funny, right? Like why wouldn't you want that instead? There's no way that this is.
I don't
like,
believe Seth will play this in every deck.
Yeah,
mono black, and that is pending
every-
it coming to Moto, of course, which is they haven't confirmed that, so we'll have to wait and see. You really don't think I play Celestis in basically every deck?
Celestis is a lot better though.
It doesn't
Celestis
cost
is,
you
like,
mana,
leagues
and
better.
like it works when it's tapped, right?
I play
Outside of
Hedron
like
Archive
forcing
in
the table to keep track of
decent
day
number of
night,
decks.
Celestis is like infinitely better.
I
Yeah.
would play the Planar Atlas over Infernal Idol, wouldn't you?
No.
Like, those
If
are-
I'm gonna have a mana rock, I might as well have it cost 2 and like buy me
Yeah.
my Cabal coffers. Then
Okay,
this
y'all
thing,
like have
whatever
like
it is.
the most faith in your top 4 cards. Like, dude, there's okay, yeah. The whatever the 2-drop mana rock is better, but like only
No.
barely.
Really? You think the 2-drop's better than that? Oh, I had this one like. I mean, maybe I love it a little too much because I love my card draw mana rocks, but I definitely have this ranked ahead of the 2-drop one.
when have you felt the need to crack a mana rock for card draw? That is my question to you, Seth. This is 2022, where like everything draws like 5 cards ETB.
It is like the greatest last action to make as you're about to die. You're like, oh my god, I'm about to die. I'm going to sack everything I possibly can. It never works. I think I always still die, but I have sacked my fair share of Hedron Archives.
It at least expedites the death, I guess, because you lose 2 life. But
Yeah.
like,
The life loss is a little bit annoying. That's true. I will
Maybe
grant you
it's
that.
good with the blue the Talran thing.
Oh,
You can use it to draw your 5th
that's
card.
2 of your 5, yeah, and your Drakes
Wait.
get big.
can you play this in your mono blue deck?
You have
you'd
to make a
play-
Dimir commander and then put both of these in.
Good lord, the hoops you'll have to jump through to make this somehow do anything.
All right, any other thoughts on Jumpstart before we hit up a couple of other interesting topics?
More anime art.
More,
Magic.
Krim wants more anime art. I'm surprised.
Give me
we
more.
haven't- I'm sure we'll get more. We'll get more like anime secret lair drops and stuff at a
I think
minimum.
we'll get
So.
secret layers.
Oh yeah, I sure hope so.
All right, let's keep moving forward. Next up, I think this is kind of a short topic, so let's do this one first, which is it safe for people to buy Magic cards from Amazon and to a lesser extent eBay? So this is something that kind of came up in the last couple of days, and it's been talked about before. I think Prof did a video on it a while ago, but there's been reports of people with this big Black Friday sale they had getting collector booster boxes or packs and opening them up and having all the packs be gone, and they're just like stuffed full of random commons and uncommons, things like that, where they're essentially opened and all the good stuff taken from them and repacked. Do y'all have any fear? I've never had that happen to me on Amazon, and I bought some like booster boxes off Amazon. Do y'all have any fear buying products from places like Amazon or eBay that this is going to be happening? I've just heard this talked about more and more. Is this something we should be concerned about? Is people buying Magic cards?
If it's sealed product, yeah, I don't buy them online. I like there's it's I don't care the deal. I don't like unless it's like $1 for like 3 collector's boxes.
Yeah.
I will probably just get it in store because the risk of just getting that, I don't even want to chance it. Like if the percentage of it happening is higher than like 0.001, I don't want it. I like why? Or why like is what I'm saving worth the risk? Like it has to be such a steal of a deal to where it's almost free, then I would then buy it because there's an LGS near you. I'd support my LGS. And on top of that, like at least there's the peace of mind knowing that for the most part, like most LGSs will at least give you the stuff and you can like walk away safely knowing they haven't been tampered with.
Yeah. What do you think, Richard?
I think the case Seth laid out is not the scary case, right? If you get like a box of rocks or whatever, you just return it, right? Like there's no... It's very obvious you do not get the product you wanted. The real problem is like if it's a repack or they tamper with the seal or they map the box or something. I don't know if that's possible with Magic. And then you think you're getting a legit product, but you're not. So
Yeah.
that's the real problem. Like if you just get like open packs or whatever, you just return it, get all your money back. Like that's
Dude,
not
but that's work as well.
It is work, and
That's like additional work as well.
Does
it is
it-
work.
Does it work that way though? Like, should people document them opening their box like on camera? Like, I would worry if I bought a box and just like cracked it open casually and was like, "Oh my god, this is just full of random comments." Are they really going to take that back? Like, if I'm like, couldn't I just buy a real box and take all the good cards and put my random comments in it and be like, "Hey, Amazon, give me all my money back"? Like, or
Yeah,
or
I
are
don't
they
know how
that
this works
forgiving with that?
But you know, if you're an Amazon abuser, I'm sure they can flag your account. You know, if you have a
Okay.
brand new Amazon account, maybe they're like, this is suspicious, we're not going to do it. But if you're like a longtime customer and you behave like a normal human, I think
You should get the
it's
refund. You
fine.
think?
I mean, it's
Okay.
the same thing. You go to GameStop, you buy a PlayStation or something, right? Maybe it's repackaged with some box, some rocks or something, right? But I don't know. But the repack or like the mapping or that is an issue, and I think that is an issue, and that's the risk you pay, right? If you buy something on eBay or Amazon, like you're getting a cheaper deal, and for that you're paying some risk, which is you might get fake products or something like that. In the best case, you just return it. In the worst case, you don't know and you got scammed.
Well, but like I also
So
specifically
that's
hate
the
this
risk.
for like the risk of the holidays when people want to buy, like, you know, let's say Gammy wants to buy her grandson a box of Magic cards and doesn't want to go out to the store. She'll probably buy it from Amazon, right? And she won't know any better. This is extremely predatory. I hate that, right? Like that sucks, right? She won't know that, and you know, like, I don't know, little like grandson won't know the difference, right? So I don't know. I just don't like the idea of this. Like, either they got to step it up and like actually like monitor and watch and like give it essentially the seal of approval before they ship it out, which I know is not possible. But but like if that's the case, like, you know, maybe just don't do it. And like it sucks because, you know, someone's gonna get gifted Magic cards. Like, unless it's Commander deck, someone's gonna get gifted like Magic cards, and like, I don't know. I just don't like that feeling.
I also, I guess I don't understand how Magic works on Amazon, because there's like a official Magic the Gathering store, and I assume that meant if I bought a box, it was like Mark Rosewater was like packaging it up and putting it at the post office for me. Like it was coming directly from Wizards.
As he
but
normally does.
Yeah, I figured that was a big part of Mark's job.
Yeah.
But I thought it was coming from Wizards, but apparently it doesn't necessarily.
So Amazon is selling it, right? So they make the quote unquote profits. But the way Amazon works is if you have equivalent items from multiple people, they're mixed together.
Oh,
right?
okay.
So if there's another store that's selling like the equivalent item, they're mixed together. And also, even if it is from Amazon, like they get returns, right? And if the returns look quote unquote new to them, they sell it back, right? Same with Target, same with Walmart. Like you have the same problem where you go buy packs and someone bought it, took the contents out, returned it, and then the employee thought it was brand new, put it back on the shelf, and then you went and bought it, right? So the only surefire way to avoid this is an LGS that's enfranchised in Magic, such that they know how to check the returns to make sure they're actually new, and then they can sell them back, right? And you can't just be an LGS, right? You have to be an LGS that knows Magic as well, right? So I think it's a risk. I mean, I think because Amazon is so popular, this happens. It looks like it happens more frequently just because so many people shop on Amazon. But it happens in everything on Amazon, right? Like you buy anything, someone could have bought it and returned it. Right?
I've
like
had
sometimes I buy stuff and it's like,
food.
this is used. What
Right.
happened?
Your dog food,
right?
really?
Yeah.
Gotta return it, right? So that's the price you pay for convenience, right? And like Krim said, if you want surefire way, you go to your LGS, you can inspect the product before you buy it. You can ensure that the employees there like know what the heck they're doing. They know what Magic cards look like. They know they're not counterfeit. And then you get them. It's the same as like buying cards on eBay or something, right? You may get a counterfeit, right? And as a result, they're cheaper on eBay, right? If you want to go to an LGS where someone has verified it, you can trust them, you can come back, see the same person. There's a bit of a markup, right? And it's for that service. So safest is LGS. And if you're getting gifted stuff, then yeah, it kind of sucks that, you know, your parents think they're buying legit products on Amazon when they may or may not be. But I don't know how you would fix that. Gift receipts, I don't know, right? But that is a problem. But I think it's a problem with online shopping in general. There's a lot of, you know, people buy PS5s, open them up, nothing inside, sad face, right? Yeah. Like it is a thing that people do. There's money to be made and the contents are hidden. So people do it, and that sucks, but I don't know how they could solve this. And I don't know that Amazon cares, right? Like, yes, people are getting scammed on Magic. I'm sure Magic makes up a tiny fraction of their sales and they don't actually care enough to fix that, right? So yeah.
And like I said, I've never had this happen to me personally. I just keep seeing reports from people like on Reddit or videos about it. So maybe I've just had good luck with it, but I think it's something that's worth keeping in mind at least. It is a possibility because there are some really good deals, but there is some amount of risk involved as well. But all right, we got one more topic. And this is an interesting one. So today is Magic 30th Anniversary Edition Day. It went on sale literally at the same minute that we started the podcast at noon on Monday Eastern time. It is now, 40 minutes into the podcast? And it appears to be sold out over on the WotC site. So took somewhere less than 40 minutes. I don't know exactly how long. So 30th Anniversary Edition sold out. Part of this story, though, is Wizards, a day or two ago, over the last week, apparently went around to a bunch of big Yu-Gi-Oh! YouTubers and tried to get them to make videos opening 30th Anniversary Edition. Some of them just rejected the offer outright after reading about the product. One of them, named Ruxin34, actually made a video about it. And then the response was so negative, he ended up taking down the video and issuing an apology video because he opened the 30th Anniversary Edition. What do you make? What do you make of all this? So now we know the product sold out. We know that Wizards went outside the community to try to market it. Were they doing that to try to, because they knew the response in the community was so bad? Were they just trying to get in front of other audiences? What do you make of this whole, what do you think about deleting the video? Like, who's at fault with all this? What do you make of this whole mess around 30th Anniversary Edition?
I think this is, I have words in multiple directions for this. And one, it's like, hold on. You're trying to sell the most expensive product ever to Yu-Gi-Oh players.
Yeah, hey, person who doesn't know this game, would you like to play Magic where our packs are $250? Like, that's a tough sell.
Hey, player who plays different game that you would rather spend more money on, would you like to buy not real tournament legal Magic cards? Like, this is so weird to me. Like, what? Like, the direction to go, like, I get it. You want to appeal to a bigger crowd. This can't be the product, though. Like this product is not for you. Okay, that is true. This is definitely not for, like, this is not for those people. This is like what? Like,
yeah,
I don't understand.
Too small.
Jumpstart Commander deck, Jumpstart Commander decks. Wouldn't those be way better for a crossover for new players if you're trying to like do that?
Literally do that, dude. Like, oh my god, like do it. Or how about this? Your new set, Brothers War.
Ooh.
Yeah. Hear me out. I know a kind of a mind-blowing idea here. What if we gave people Brothers War stuff? Like
with real cards,
with all of that in there, and like, you know, cards that they could actually take to a tournament or maybe actually play with. But like, and then on top of that, though, I do think, holy hell, some people just need to not like care so much. Like, there are people that are very proud of them like bullying creators for taking down this video. Like, yeah, we did it, we stuck it to the man. No, dude, you're kind of being weenies. Like, be mad at the company that's doing it or whatever, that's fine, but like to take it out on the YouTubers, like, oh, come on community, don't do that. Like, on top of that, like, yo, seriously, when I saw this, is not a like, oh, Krim just says that because he's a whale. I'm not buying this. Ain't no way I'm buying this. Like, and so I will tell you this right now. This product is, I saw it. I didn't care for it. Simple. Move on with my day. There's numerous other things Magic is putting out. We've talked about it numerous times about product fatigue. Everybody calm down. The product is weird. The product, it may not be great. You may not like it, but like, don't bully the content creators. Come on.
But Krim, what if it was beta reprinted, not tournament legal, but anime art? Same price point.
Yo, what the hell? Take that.
I mean,
everything is for me. I am offended.
I mean, I definitely agree about not bullying creators. I wish I didn't get to see the original video before it got taken down, so I've just seen people's responses to that video. So it's really hard to say exactly what was said by people. I've heard some of the comments were definitely like probably pretty toxic. Others were probably more directed at the product. But it's a good reminder that with stuff like this, it's not Ruxin's fault or whoever is like making the video. If you got negative feedback, it's probably best to direct it at Wizards. Richard, what do you think about this?
Okay, so people are like, oh, they couldn't get Magic creators to advertise this. They had to go to Yu-Gi-Oh! I'm like, that's not how it really works, right? You don't go to like Papa John's and then advertise Papa John's inside the Papa John's, okay? Like, there's no point in advertising Magic products to Magic players, right? You want to advertise them to the outside audience, right? So that is not weird. I agree with you guys that a $1,000 product to these new players is a bit weird, but maybe they were thinking like, oh, we need to get all the old school Magic players back. They don't play Magic anymore. They play Yu-Gi-Oh! So we'll go to Yu-Gi-Oh! And hit them with the Black Lotus, right? And maybe that's the angle they were going for. But I don't think it's weird they went outside the Magic audience, right? Because they do it frequently. right? And it only makes sense. But the choice of product was weird, and yeah, my takeaway was we're so toxic. Like
it's so bad.
Like, I hate the product. I think it's dumb. I think it's actually a really bad thing for Wizards to do, because they kind of broke the illusion of card value. But like, you just don't buy it, and then they'll move on. I don't know why everyone has to be like continually outraged and then like taking it out on other creators and stuff. Like, if someone offered you a boatload of money, which is like free packs and whatever money was, to advertise this product, right? Would you take it? Right? If that was your livelihood, like, I don't fault the guy. Like, it's not like this was like the skin of dead children or something. It's just a product, right? It's not like there was something like inherently wrong about it aside from, not liking it, right? So
I guarantee you those people that are crying, if I walked up to them and offered them a free pack, they would take it.
Yeah, they would take it, right? And they're like,
they
I'm
would
going to take it, right? But it's like, I don't know. Like, yeah, we don't have to like this product, but like, I don't know, be happy. Like, do you walk by like a Lamborghini dealership and like just fall apart because you're like, oh my God, I can't afford this car. Like, someone wants it, they buy it. If they don't, then they don't. But you let them be. Like, I don't know, right? It's so gatekeepy. It reminds me of Universes Beyond, right? Like, imagine if you actually like this product. There's no way you can show your face in the Magic community, right? Like, there's no way, right? So I mean, maybe that is the win, right? Like, the community is like so gatekeepy about this that no one can actually buy it to use it, even if they want it, and therefore
is
it
that
actually
a win?
fails.
Is that a
short-term win?
Oh,
I mean,
God.
I do
so
think
toxic.
It
I
is
do think
toxic.
this doing well is a bad thing, right? Like, the thing is, like, printing gold
everybody was
border cards
surprised.
could be such a positive for the community, but selling them for $250 a pack is just like absurd. So that's a message I'm afraid Wizards gets. Like, if this product succeeds, is, oh, we should keep selling proxies for $1,000. Like, because they could. What if they sold them like old collector's edition? We've talked about this before, like the old World Championship decks. This could be like a really positive thing for players and for Wizards, but instead it's just like a positive thing for Wizards, I guess, and then speculators, maybe. Like, I don't know who. Maybe there's a huge group of silent Magic players who can't show their face in the community and say they like this product. But my guess is it's mostly like speculators that are buying it.
My guess is the people that are buying this don't care what you think. Right?
Yeah.
They're like, that's great. Y'all can complain. I'm going to buy these. Right? Like, as most things are with Magic, none of us are surprised. This was going to sell out. It was always going to sell out. Right? But like, and like, I think this product is definitely, like you had mentioned, like Wizards will look at this and probably think, oh my God, we nailed it again. You know what I mean? Like, I don't like this product personally. It is absurd, but like, I don't care what Wizards takes away from this, because to be honest with you, this product just does not matter to me. It does not affect me. I do not care. Like, I don't know why we're still talking about Magic 30th anniversary. I don't care if it went up today. I don't know why any of us care this much. Legitimately, we've talked, like, we keep mentioning product fatigue, yada, but yet we fixate on this one that doesn't matter. Like, it does not matter, like at all, about these fake cards. They're not real. They don't matter. I don't understand why we, like, at this point now, like, I'm at the point of just muting Magic 30th anniversary on Twitter. I have nothing muted on Twitter. But like the echo chamber of just fake outrage is just so upsetting and annoying that I'm just like, oh my God, no one cares. Who cares? If you don't want it, you won't buy it. I don't care. I'm caught up on my anime Jumpstart stuff. That is what I care about. Now, if that were $1,000, I'm just kidding. No, okay. But like, legitimately, I don't know. This just. Why do we care?
So one of the reasons for caring is you're like, oh, Wizards is making products not for me, and there's nothing for me. But like you said, product fatigue, right? There's like 8 million products, right? So if this product is not for you, like, don't worry. We have Jumpstart, we have Brothers War, we have like all these other items for you to complain about, right? So yeah. I think it's okay, right? Like I agree. Like, if they spent the whole year working on this and then it's not for me and then I have nothing else, then, I might be mad, right? But there's so many products that I don't know why. And I just want to say that it sold out, which is to be expected, right? Because even if the product flops, it will sell out because people will buy it and think they can flip it for money, right? Yeah. So the true test will be a year from now, or maybe 6 months, maybe even sooner, to see what the price is. If the price is half the price, that means like no one actually wanted it. If it's double the price, that means everyone wanted it and they're flipping it for profit and you missed out. And if that's the case, then this was wildly successful, right? So it's selling out today doesn't mean anything yet. You got to wait a bit in the future because currently speculators and people are just like buying it and snatching it up, hoping to flip for a profit. And the real question is anyone going to buy it and give them that profit? And if the answer is yes, then wildly successful. If no, then I think we're safe. we're safe from this coming back, right?
So I will say, I feel like on the caring thing, I feel like part of that's because Wizards made people care. Like, their whole thing was celebrate Magic's 30th anniversary. If you watch the stream where they announced it, from the first minute of the stream, they kept teasing, oh, we're doing this awesome thing at the end. Stick around for this whole hour stream because we got something big for you at the end. And it was, oh, $1,000 not real cards. Like, isn't some of that Wizards' responsibility for marketing it that way and trying to sell it as a celebration of 30 years of Magic for the community? Like, if they just posted this on the Secret Lair site for $1,000, I don't think you'd have this response. But I think the way Wizards marketed it made it into this huge thing that everyone cares about because Wizards tried to make everyone care about it.
The funny thing is, I didn't care about this at all, even after all of that. The thing I cared about was the 30th anniversary, like 30 different cards. That we should be more outraged about. That was
There's plenty of outrage there too.
Yeah, but if we're gonna still talk about something, it should be that, right? Like, I don't understand because like that was like, I know it was gonna be limited, but I didn't think it'd be that limited, right? And that one actually felt like a celebration of Magic, whereas this is just like, cool. You also admit proxies are dope. Sick. I don't care. I'm on to the next thing already. Like, I don't know. I guess that's just why I do not take like anybody that like fine, be upset about it, whatever. Like, you may not like it, but like, I just don't know why. Again, I'm sorry, they're not real cards, right? They're not tournament legal. Like, if you needed this for your deck, I don't need this for Commander because where else am I playing Moxes, right? Because I can't play it there. I'm not playing Vintage. So why does it matter? I just don't, unless all of a sudden there's just this whole wave of people like, yo, I'm a Vintage player and I really wanted to buy this, then great, but I'm pretty sure, like, I just don't think this really matters as a product. The thing that feels more like a you should care thing, a celebration thing, is the Magic 30 cards for like 30 years. That one is more of a thing. And that was actually correctly costed. I think for 30 cards like that, $150, sure. That's a great product. I thought that was solid. And that was just severely understocked. So that is where I would be upset. And that actually feels like something that you were made to care about. Whereas this is just like, sure, they say that because they say everything should matter, right? It's like, come on. I'm not going to be like, oh, whatever, here, buy it or not.
How about we don't get upset over this hobby that we freely participate for entertainment?
There's also that
card game. Like, what about we just be happy about it? And if we're upset about it, just do something else. Like, what about that?
Whoa, hold on. Are you telling me to touch grass, bro? Hold on. Wait a minute.
Are you telling me your hobbies should be fun? Like, what are you saying?
I don't know. I do think that it doesn't strike you weird at all that $250 booster packs. Like, isn't this a bad sign for the future? Doesn't this validate Wizards and means we're going to see more of this? And, like, isn't that as a whole, like, the reaction from the community, the distrust of Wizards money grubbing, you add all that together, like, doesn't that add up to, like, bad for Magic as we know it and love it? Like, that would be my concern. Like, when I add all that together, I'm like, wow, this is not, like, it doesn't make me come away from Magic's 30th anniversary celebration being like, yeah, 30 more years. It's like, oh no, like, what is going on? Where are we headed with all this?
So the question is, do you believe that there's no such thing as bad publicity? Right? So presumably everyone's getting upset because they want to save the game, right? They want to make such an uproar that Wizards never does this again.
Basically,
right?
Yeah.
So if you don't buy it and the product flops, Wizards will not make it again, probably, right? If you create an uproar such that every news outlet covers it, then yes, some Magic players will not buy it, but maybe there's that guy in the basement who played Magic 20 years ago, like, oh, they're reprinting Black Lotus, let me buy it, and he buys it, right? And then they actually sell out because of the reach. So depends if you believe no publicity is bad publicity, right? Because maybe this outrage is causing everyone to be aware of the product, and like just one, it's like spam, right? If 1% of people buy it, it's good, right? All you need is like a 1% conversion, and you're good to go, right? So. I mean, I don't know. I know people getting outraged. They're trying to save the game, but I don't
Look,
It makes for a
yo.
very unpleasant community, right? Because we get outraged at everything. We got to save the game every day, right? So that's the problem. But
Attention
I get
all
it.
heroes of Magic the Gathering. You can relax. Like, I promise you, there's so much stuff. Why does I'm not concerned about the future of Magic. It's much like Richard had mentioned. If this was like my winter set and it cost me $1,000, oh yeah, that's different, right? Because that's like, but this is just like a thing that I don't care about and a product that has no playability. This is truly a 1%er of Magic like product. And if it like the 1%er of Magic can keep it, right? Like whatever, that's theirs. I personally don't care for it. And that's it. And I think that's why I've been able to ignore it. And there's just so much stuff for me not to care.
I don't think it's a 1%er thing though. Like if you talk to the 1%ers, listen to like Rudy's videos or whatever. He is the epitome of 1%er Magic collector person, and like all those people are against it. Isn't this just NFTs? Like, doesn't every argument against NFTs that people use, they have no utility, they're useless, they're just a speculation device, they're a Ponzi scheme. Can't you apply basically all of those arguments to this product? Like, where's the utility? What purpose does this product serve other than for people to speculate on, and because they think they can sell it to another sucker for even more money in the future? Like, isn't it exactly the same?
Collectibles, Seth.
Yeah, but that's
NFTs are digital collectibles. And you're
card games.
Are digital collectibles a scam? Yes. Are real collectibles a scam? Yes, as well.
But my Jace, I can play in a game of Magic. Maybe it's not like it does do something. Like this is like explicitly useless. That is like read this. Like that is the purpose of the product is to be useless.
You can play it in a non-sanctioned Magic game as well, Seth.
Yeah, you can play it in your tabletop group. Like, yeah, you can run it with your group of friends, and you all can have your power and whatever. But like,
I think this exposes that yes, collectibles are a scam, right? Like, see every collectibles bubble, right?
Yeah.
Like the minute no one cares about it anymore, it's all zero. And then until then, you believe there's some value, right? Because you can sell it to your friend, you can play with it. You know, I can print out proxies and play with them too, right? That does not give it inherent value. But as long as the scam keeps going, as long as the Ponzi keeps going, we're good, right? So I think you just described collectibles, Seth. I don't know.
That would make the Moxen a double scam, right? Because they're mana rocks and also collectibles. Scams all around, yeah.
Good Lord, those are the worst.
Oh, all right. We're running long. Any other thoughts on any of this stuff today before we maybe get a fish mail question? All right, Richard, fish mail us.
You have questions, send them to @MTGGoldfish with the hashtag MTGFishmail, and we'll get to your questions on air. Xnespire, I don't know how to pronounce this, Joe. Lots of people in the comments of the latest Commander Clash podcast want Richard's thought on lands versus rocks debate. Can we get Richard's perspective?
I want your perspective, too. We missed you on that podcast because I think you would have had a unique perspective. What do you think about lands versus rocks?
I don't know what you guys ended up on, but I 100% think mana rocks are a scam. I never play mana rocks, if you notice this. And you'll notice that I never play Grixis, which are the colors that like really rely on mana rocks, right? Because they're just mana dorks. And you know how mana dorks are a scam, right? Like in 2022, it's so easy to blow up mana rocks. They're just temporary. So if you play mana rocks, you need to convert them into a win or into some permanent advantage, like immediately, because they're going away in like 2 turns. So I never play mana rocks. I always play green or white, do the real ramp, right? Like imagine your mana rock was indestructible, hexproof, couldn't be destroyed. Like that's called ramp. That's called rampant growth, right? And like you can't touch them. But mana rocks, they just go bye-bye so fast that I think they're a scam. And so I think you should play more lands, less mana rocks. You should play permanent mana ramp. And if you really have nothing to do on turn 2, you should be drawing cards instead, right? You shouldn't be playing a mana rock, which will go down a card and your mana.
So let's say you're playing Grixis. You're just trying to cantrip or something on turn 2. Is that the idea?
So you play mana rocks and know you're going to get owned.
Okay.
Right. Or, so you play like Darksteel Ingot, you play Skyclave Relic, and just pray there's no farewell. Right? Like that is like what you're going for, right? But I would play the indestructible mana rocks over like 2 mana rocks. The exception is Sol Ring. Sol Ring is so powerful that you play it, and you get value, even if it blows up immediately. But like I could never play sets like card draw mana. Like there's no way. There's no way it's gonna
Richard's
do anything
head-
and draw cards like before
Richard's
anything
head is
happens.
spinning listening to you talk about that 3-mana rock.
But it's kind of the same because if someone farewells, I can just crack it to draw cards. It's my
Unless
way of
you
avoiding the
tapped it.
blowout. Well, I don't tap my mana rocks. I leave them up in case I need to draw cards.
So why
They've
did you
been
just
collector
play a
moves.
draw
You
spell?
can't tap them. It's okay.
Just play a draw spell. Like,
Yeah, I guess
please.
that probably makes more sense.
But
now,
I
doesn't it?
think mana rocks are boomer magic. I think they're the same as a mana dork. Like, are you happy to load up on 10 mana dorks? Like, if you have some synergy, like you're playing like elves
Adric.
or you're playing some artifact deck, then yeah, right. But you should assume they're temporary and that they're gonna go away, and that if you can play around that. So, for example, like you play like 2 mana rocks into some permanent ramp spell. That's fine. Or like let's say you mana rock into like omniscience or something, right? Like that's perfectly fine, right? When your mana rocks go, you're set, right? But just value as lands, like they get destroyed. Like a farewell is like destroy everything and kill 4 lands from everyone, essentially, right?
Yeah.
When everyone's playing.
That's
Mana
the
rocks,
killing the
and
mana
that is
rocks, yeah.
insane, right? So you don't want to be open to that one. So just play rampant growth. Call it
As like like Richard did mention, they are going away. So, and as the Grixis player, I look at all my mana rocks as they have phasing counters or vanishing counters.
Yeah, vanishing
and
counters.
slowly, like after a few turns, they are going to go away. So be ready to lose them. And that is why
So sack 'em for card draw.
like so. Yep,
Yeah,
there we go.
Exactly.
Still not playing that rock. Sorry, Seth. But I will say that like that is exactly why I think a higher land count. I mean, trust me, believe it or not, I do have a high land count. I just am very bad at drawing them still. Like 40 lands and I still don't draw them. But like the main thing is, like I had mentioned in that podcast, I would rather trade mana rocks for board presence or interactions like counter spells, or opposition agent, like things like that. Leave up mana for gotcha cards instead of setting up. So you can body people that are trying to set up with these mana rocks. I'd rather do that.
All right, so Secret Lair mana rocks coming soon.
But I'm also going to buy
Question
those.
so Moxen are not a scam, by the way, because they give you so much power. It's like a soul ring. You can accelerate so fast that you get your value even if they go away.
How is Soul Ring
So
not
it's
power?
like a dark ritual, right? Like
Basically,
in the right decks, it's like very powerful.
Wait, isn't
only-
Soul Ring power? How
It's
is Soul
not
Ring
technically
not power?
powered, no.
Yeah, but like,
I mean,
why
it is,
isn't it?
it is of that powered level, though.
Yeah.
So basically, just play the CDH rocks, is the TLDR. The ones that they would play in CDH are good, but the ones that we would play probably
Well, no,
not.
because you got to play CDH finisher, because you got to expect to end the game before someone can throw a sweeper down. Right? But
Okay.
if you are not playing Thoracle and you're just playing CDH mana rocks, like you're probably just gonna unload your hand and then get farewelled and then sit out the rest of the game. Right? So you actually need to parlay that into a victory
And draw all the aggression.
Yeah. So yeah.
Well, that's Richard's take, and I think you probably agree with Sam the most out of anyone on the cast. Honestly,
Oh,
I think
agree
you
with
see
Sam
it the same
100%
way.
on
Yeah.
that. I see. No, actually, I don't agree with. So he was like, you should play stuff on the board. I don't agree with that actually, but you should be drawing cards and you should be loading up on resources to fight the mid and late game. But you should not be throwing mana rocks down because those are temporary and those will go away.
Super unrelated. I had a random person tweet me the other day and said I built birds in Commander because of Richard, and I won 4 games in a row. He's a genius. Richard is a Commander genius. So your theory of birds is taking over, Richard. It's catching on.
Yes. Once you cast Secret Rendezvous once, you'll realize that you can throw out all your trash blue card draw. You don't need it.
Throw out your mana rocks, your blue card draw, and just Richard your way to victory.
Yes. That'll be the meta in 2 years. It's all birds, and Wizards will have to print bird hate, and you're like, what happened? Where did we get? How did we get here? All right. So that's all the fish mail we had. That was a long fish mail because of the question. If you have future questions, send them to @MTGGoldfish with the hashtag MTGFishmail, and we'll get to your questions on air.
And I believe that brings us to the end of episode 409 of the MTG Goldfish podcast. So Richard Cribb, thanks for hanging out. Thanks to everyone for listening. Thanks to Card Conduit for supporting the show. And we'll be back next week to talk about whatever goes on in the world of Magic. So until then, have a great week, everyone. And this is a crew signing out.